Welcome back. You're watching DD India News. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. And moving on, Nobel winner Mohammad Yunus takes charge as the head of Bangladesh's new interim government. Two key student leaders are part of his team. All eyes will now be on how they get law and order under control in India's neighbouring country. Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Pranay Verma, attended the swearing-in ceremony. More in this report.
Ami Mohammad Yunus.
And with that, Bangladesh enters a new phase in its political journey. The interim leadership of Mohammad Yunus offers hope for a more equitable and democratic future after weeks of violent protests. Two key student leaders are part of the caretaker government. Earlier in the day, calling hatred and unruliness as enemies of democracy, Yunus said that Bangladesh is all set to create its new dawn of victory.
Our first order of business should be to restore law and order. Until this is taken care of, we will not be able to proceed to further improve the situation. You have shown faith in me, and the students have reassured me to carry out that duty. We have to protect this freedom, not just protect it. We have to ensure that it reaches every single household. Otherwise, the freedom will have no meaning.
India is closely monitoring the situation in the neighbouring nation as incidents on attack of minorities in Dhaka were reported. With the close contact with Bangladesh Army, India is patrolling its borders and keeping a close watch on any unauthorized entry of individuals.
Certain steps have been taken by groups and organizations, and we welcome that. But we want that the law and order situation in the country improves so that normal life can begin. We are closely monitoring the situation. We are in touch with them to ensure the safety and security of our missions, of our personnel who are manning those missions, and also for the safety and security of Indian nationals. Interest of the people of Bangladesh is foremost in our minds, in the mind of the government, and it's so important for the government of India and for the people of India.
With the swearing in of the interim dispensation, Bangladeshis are hopeful of a better future for their country.
The example that the young generation has set of giving this country a rebirth, we are expecting that Yunus will be able to take it further to reconstruct our country.
We want conflict-free Bangladesh where no Awami League, no VNP and no other political parties can abuse power. I want to forget the past and move on.
I earnestly request the new government to put an end to bad politics in the country so the poor working class can live in peace.
Dhaka and several other cities saw weeks of unrest with mass protests and violence over job quota, which snowballed into a larger anti-government revolution. It forced Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to resign and take refuge in neighbouring India. Bureau Report, DD India.
Well, DD India's Naval Singh Parmar joins us for more on this. Well, Naval Singh, big challenges ahead for Mohammad Yunus as he's expected to bring back peace, revive the economy and pave way for free and fair elections in the near future. Give us an update on the whole situation in Bangladesh as the new interim government has now taken over.
Yes, well, the first challenge for the new interim government under the leadership of Dr. Mohammad Yunus is to establish law and order situation in Bangladesh because there are many incidents happened of loot, decade, and other miscreants are setting their personal agendas and adjusting their scores. And at the same time, police force is not on duty because they are under fear that they may be attacked by the protester, because the protester feels that the people feels that the police were having a different kind of role which was not suitable to them. The police are 8 to maximum number of police personnel are 8 to join the duties, and though there is an army on the street to safeguard the law and order situation, but the army is not trained for this kind of duty. For that, police and allied agencies are very much required, and that is the primary challenge to the Dr. Mohammad Yunus and his government. And second thing, the people of Bangladesh who came on street, they were not for the change of just the head of the state. They want to change the system in the Bangladesh, and they want an elected government with free and fair election And one interesting is that I met many people in Bangladesh, and their aspiration is to have a democracy like India. Indian democracy is role model for them, and they wish that the power change here in Bangladesh also with the help of ballot, not with the bullet. And and this scenario, the second biggest challenge for the Dr. Yunus and Bangladesh Army, which is backing the regimes of Dr. Yunus, is to have a free and fair election as soon as possible. And the third thing is economic factors that the Bangladesh is passing through since last 2 years after COVID and the Ukraine-Russia war. Economy is facing tremendous challenges. And one point I would like to make here, that the Taka lost its purchasing power almost 50%. So, and meanwhile, this 2 years, salary remains the same. Minimum wages are around 8 to or 12,000 Taka per month, but the purchasing power of Taka reduced up to 50%. So that is the biggest challenge, and that's why the people were on the street to have a change, and they want that someone comes and they really try for solve their issues. Yes.
All right, various challenges for the interim government ahead. Thank you so much, Naval Singh, for all those details from there.